What did I say, Dre?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, man, you gotta finish that statement now. What did I say?
Man, I'm not about that. Not on the internet. I'm not about that life. What's good?
Uh-huh. Really trying to get canceled. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the lab. Another episode of SoyCast. Got the bros on. Albeezy, Dre Gothams. Boom, it's Ace. Ace,
Yep.
Ace looking fly with his what are those? The milk tanks behind you?
We got the milk crates,
Milk
with,
crates.
to dig. I went to a little storage the other week and, dug out another classic.
Ace got some moo moo milk for Dre's Pokemon because Dre's
Mhm.
getting dudes to rage quit. And Andre looking like Idris Elba again. What's up, Knox?
Ooh, he needs some milk.
Oh, did you mention Idris Elba? Oh yeah, I got milk all dribbled on my chin there, huh? Damn.
Nah, man.
Ah, that looks good. I'm trying to get that.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because Idris Elba killed it in Suicide Squad and
Yeah, is that why you brought
trying
that
to
up?
look like you. Yeah, you already
Are
know.
we gonna get like a Burkhead review right now or what?
Oh, what's good?
We can get, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can talk Suicide Squad to start. But how's Albeezy doing?
Yo, I'm good. I'm just trying to give you some knuckles. Either Starbucks, knuckles, get it?
Was that
He's
from the
playing
movie? I
Knuckles.
forgot already.
He's gonna voice Knuckles.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Sonic?
Yeah.
I was
Sonic,
gonna say
yeah.
there's a part 2 to Sonic
Oh,
Knuckles.
there's a part 2? Did you guys see part 1?
Yeah,
I saw the previews.
I mean, it was a little formulaic, but like it wasn't a bad movie. It
That's
just
getting a part 2, and we don't have like a real legit Zelda movie. That's like
Ooh.
can you imagine
That's
a trilogy?
But imagine how hard people would judge a Zelda movie. Though.
Yeah, that's true.
Get
Critics
a
would hit it hard.
get
Just make it
a
like a Lord of the Rings. It feels
yeah,
like a
that's what
Lord
I
of
was
the
just
Rings
saying.
Yeah.
Get Peter Jackson.
Yeah, let's get him to do.
Or Michael Bay.
No, don't do that, Ace.
He's trying. Ace is really trying to get the angry internet nerds on his, after him and his DMs and stuff.
He just wants that movie to blow. All right. He's known for blowing things up, right, Michael Bay?
That is
Oh
true.
yeah, how horrible would that be? Legend of Zelda by Michael Bay.
Or M. Night Shyamalan.
We don't
Well,
talk
okay, so
about
what would
that.
be? So what's worse? Like who would be the worst director to direct Legend of Zelda? Michael Bay or M. Night Shyamalan?
I would say M. Night because
I'm gonna go Bay.
Well, because I know
Okay.
he did the TMNT, right? He did it, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
I
But
didn't-
Avatar was just bad.
Yeah, Avatar was horrible. Or if he goes and Shyamalan goes the other way and does that like quiet whispering talking thing that he does that he did for like 6 movies in a row, that could be really bad.
Wonder what the twist is.
What's Ganondorf? Oh, maybe I should go get a shield. What's a shield? That's how I see M. Night Shyamalan doing Zelda.
I would go Bay just because it would just have no story to it. It would just be dude, sword, fantasy world. Fucking actually that sounds kind of cool. I want James Cameron to do it because Knox talked about Alita Battle Angel
Oh,
a while back, and I watched it this year for the first time. And boy, did that movie did not disappoint.
really good, huh?
It's so much better than I ever gave it credit, because when I saw the trailer, I was like, what did they do to her face? What? And when you watch the movie, it's a good ass steak, man.
What's the movie?
Alita Battle Angel,
When did this come out?
2019.
Say that movie title again, Johnny.
Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like it's weird. It's got CGI. Like the main character is like part CGI, part like live actor, but the technology is actually done pretty well. Yeah, and I guess this is based off of like a comic book or graphic
Anime.
novels. Oh, anime.
it's based on a manga of the same name. That manga is very dark, so that was the only thing I think people were probably like, "This looks kind of kiddie." But
Was the girl like big-eyed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I know what you guys.
She looks like she has an Instagram filter.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's good,
It's good.
and the acting is superb. Mahershala Ali is in it. I didn't even
Oh,
see
yeah,
him
yeah.
coming,
Oh, damn.
but he killed. Like, yeah, it's good. It left me wanting more for sure. So
Yeah, I wonder if COVID stopped plans for there to be like a push for sequel, or if it just didn't do well enough to get hype. I mean, I guess if there's a Sonic 2, then it's crazy that Battle Angel doesn't have a sequel. But
well, you know why they would push like a Sonic 2, right? It's all merchandise because that's where these studios make the most money. Marvel makes their money not on revenue from ticket sales. They make it on the merchandise that goes along with said movie.
Yeah, ask
You know.
Scarlett Johansson.
But yeah, to talk a little bit about Suicide Squad, I know just in case y'all haven't seen it, I'm just gonna say that I enjoyed it. It's leagues and leagues and leagues better than the 2016 one. It's a very James Gunn film. It's fun. I thought it would be a bit funnier. I didn't think it was too funny, but yeah, overall I enjoyed it, and I'm not sure if they would make more, but if they did, and James Gunn's behind it, then expect some horrible tweets. Just kidding. Then expect a great time.
Um,
I'd be surprised if DC can get James Gunn back again from Marvel.
are you familiar with the Suicide Squad DC
Yeah.
storyline?
Yeah.
Because it seemed like a whole different squad compared to the one in 2016, correct?
Yeah, so there's some definite reoccurring characters, but one thing to note about Suicide Squad is already in its name. They die. It's like a kamikaze mission. Like most of the time, the characters are.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no, I mean, Ace asking about the comics, I'm not talking about the movie. So in the comics, like there are some of the most expendable villains, and it's comic books, so people die all the time and come back. Superman.
but what you're saying is though, like for these Suicide Squad, do they not tend to like appear in like that many editions? Like they're in like one or two and then die, and then there's like a new group. Like what's the I was gonna say Hateful Eight, but that's a Tarantino film. What's the sixth?
Sinister Six.
Okay, so Sinister Six is like a set six people, right? And they do a bunch of things. Like so, Suicide Squad has a lot of rotation because of death and whatnot. But say like a Sinister Six or other groups, it's like they have like kind of like their core group that usually appears in a lot of different comics.
Think about it like this, and also with comic books, there's a lot of reboots, right, and retcons. So the original Sinister Six got rebooted when they did Spider-Man Over, so then it's a new group, or it did really well, so they wanted to keep building on it, so they added other characters. They made a Sinister 12 once with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has one of the more colorful rogues gallery, just like a Batman would, and a lot of the Suicide Squad members are like from those random rogues galleries because they're interesting villains for the most part. But yeah, they either die or they escape somehow because comic book.
Wasn't that Sinister 12?
A lot of Spider-Man's villains, so like Doc Ock, Rhino, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Jack-O-Lantern, who's more of an Agent Venom,
so what,
Mysterio.
And Spider-Man like battles all 12 of them by himself?
He's Spider-Man.
I don't think he
does everything that a spider can.
I don't think
12 versus 1.
Yeah.
Well,
if he's Iron Man, Spider-Man, then maybe, because then like he has more abilities and he has an iron suit and everything, and then he's Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's Iron Man, Spider-Man.
I don't know about regular Spider-Man.
One thing that we learn about Spider-Man in the Superior Spider-Man run, when Dr. Octopus takes over Peter Parker's body and has all his powers, is Spider-Man pulls all of his punches because he has the proportional strength of a spider. So, he can kill people in one punch is what I'm trying to say. And he has all the agility and the spider sense, which is OP. So yeah, he can defeat the 12. I won't give away how, but he, whenever people ask those questions, like what happens if like this immovable force fights an impenetrable object, right? Like, or what happens when a indestructible force meets an immovable object? who wins? Whoever the writer wants to win. So as long as the writer is giving compelling stories as to why said side wins, people are going to keep reading.
I got two questions. So you say that this Iron Man, Spider-Man can kill people with one punch, right?
Spider-Man.
That's
Oh,
great.
okay, my bad.
Spider-Man.
Must have heard wrong. So Spider-Man can kill with one punch, right? Who would win? One Punch Man or Spider-Man?
Is he in his Iron Man Spider-Man suit, or is he just Spider-Man?
That's what I was hoping John would clarify for us.
I think in one of the universes, One Punch Man and Spider Man are one, so that's why he could kill him in one punch.
And then part two of my question: if a guy that can read minds plays a guy that can see the future in chess, who wins?
The guy that can see the future.
But then the guy that reads his mind knows his move, though.
But the guy that can see the future doesn't have to think. He just sees what's going to happen next. So it's like I open a door and already know the outcome versus thinking about what the outcome is going to be. So if I know the future, I'm going to know if I'm going to win or lose already. And then I'm just going to do the opposite. And I don't have to think about that. It's instantaneous because I know the future.
Bet.
But the guy reading your mind,
I don't have to think though.
I already read that.
He could read my mind, but if I know the future, I know he can read my mind, and therefore I don't have to think. I can just
goes into your memory and unlocks it.
So he's gonna go into my memory of the future, which hasn't happened yet.
Of you already know
now.
But you already know it.
Yeah.
So you've already seen it in your mind.
And Dre, who's that guy from Total Recall again? Free your mind.
I just rewatched. Well, I never rewatched the Schwarzenegger one, but I just watched the Arnold one the other day. It's on
the Arnold one or the Schwarzenegger one?
Both. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. The Arnold Total Recall. I had never seen it before.
Free your mind.
And what One Punch Man would win because satire defeats logic.
All right, so John, skipping to Minority Report.
Oh, here we go.
You can. There's a system in place that can see when a future crime is going to happen. Is that person guilty before they've committed that crime?
No, because I believe in free will.
Even though we see that they're going to commit that crime.
But so that's the thing about, that's a weird paradox. Am I going to commit the crime because I know I'm going to commit the crime?
No, someone else knows.
Or was I always destined to commit the crime? You know what I mean? Like, if I know my future, if I know what's going to happen to me in 20 years, is it going to happen because I know it's going to happen? Or was I always destined to get there? And
but it's not you who knows the future. It's someone else. It's freaking.
But that's what I'm saying, because they know.
Colin Farrell who knows the future.
I believe in free will. I think that the future is always changing, just like He Who Remains would agree.
It's Colin Farrell and Tom Cruise.
Free Will. That was a good movie, right? The one with Michael Jackson singing the song. Well, Free Willy. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Free Will.
My bad. I'm off to a different topic. Go ahead. Keep going. So the guy with the chest was going to do what?
Wait, did you watch Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
A little bit. I didn't finish it.
Oh, you didn't finish it. Okay. I'll chill. Oh, John, just to give you a heads up, we started Ted Lasso last night.
That a kid.
Started that last night.
It's great, right?
It's delightful. It is delightful.
It's one of my favorite shows of all times.
Yeah, he said of all time.
Of all time. Ted Lasso is that good. You know what's crazy too? Brooklyn Nine-Nine is coming off of Hulu, and that makes me very sad.
Where's it going? Paramount Plus? Oh, Peacock.
Hell yeah.
All these different. What, you have Peacock, guys?
Well, I got the free thing. I'm not paying for it yet.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about it, but that's where I can watch the Office episodes, season 1 and 2 for free.
Peacock will have the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I'm gonna have to watch it. So I'll wait for the season to conclude, and then
all these separate packages were supposed to make life easier and cheaper for the customer, but people kind of anticipated and knew that it was going to be more expensive. And then that's what's happening now. You got to have all the different packages separate. You got all these microtransactions occurring monthly.
Yeah, it's $75. Oh my bad. Well, $75 on a bill looks really bad. But if you see $14.99, $7.99, $24.99,
Right.
$9.99, like, oh, it's not that bad, but it still adds up to $84.99.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the comeback of DVDs?
Hmm.
Because if you think about it, like DVD is a one-time payment. You could have it whenever you
Right.
can watch whenever you want.
That's crazy.
Streaming, and you have to pay monthly.
You know what? I mean, because to that point, I have Joe Bert's Office DVDs. You know, he was, you know, when people were trying to get rid of them, and I was just lugging all around all my, you know, DVDs when I've changed from apartment to apartment. And I don't know if I got rid of them because they were on Netflix, and in my head, you know, seemed like things would stay on Netflix forever. You know, kind of forget. So I think I got rid of those, but now it'd be kind of clutch to have the physical ones, because who knows when you're not going to have access to it anymore. So I'm sure, I mean, maybe not like, well, I guess not like new ones, but you're saying like, are people not going to go to those like game stores and stores that like the mom and pop shops that are like almost closed and now start buying up all these used DVDs?
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe they could be, they're probably going to get pretty valuable now.
Well, I mean, anything is reselling right now, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I just heard like fitted hats are going for like $120 for on the resale market.
Oh, really?
It's
Why
crazy.
they don't make fitteds anymore?
Well, I mean, they do, just like they're seeing the hype on it. So of course, resellers hop on the hype train, and people are just literally buying up all these fitted hats, and they're just reselling them. I was like, man, I would, you know, how that hundreds hat with that little feather that you bought, how much was that?
Oh, it's not. I think that was like $50.
See, like I would pay like $50, right? Maybe 60, but 120, right?
Oh, wow.
150, that's crazy.
Right.
But that like the hundreds hat, you know, that's a cool hat. I thought that hat was gonna be like $80 thinking about it, like, off the bat, but
I'm gonna, like, I haven't worn it in like forever, but I think the next time we go to Disneyland, I'm gonna rock that one.
nice.
It would be the Disneyland. Okay. But there's homework for our viewers. All 700 of you guys. I'm counting all the views and likes. I better see 700 likes on this video. But go ahead, look up on eBay and let us know how much the Office DVD collection is selling for right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot. Like, I mean, not like crazy, but like double maybe what it used to cost retail. Yeah. Whereas before, when it was on Netflix, I bet you could get them for like $10, $5.
Right. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to kind of have that. I mean, thinking about it, like these are just probably cool, like memorabilias now, huh? Like Office DVD, Seinfeld DVDs, and even though they're streaming or whatnot, just to have the physical copies would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The full collection on average is $42 on eBay.
Oh, what, you already looked?
Yeah.
For all 9 seasons?
Correct. The Office DVD set.
That was homework, bro. Those homework for the viewers, bro.
What are you doing, bro?
Speaking of homework, I have a game.
Oh, okay.
And yes, it's like Saw. Because someone will die.
Oh, shit. Okay.
From this hypothetical list that I have. So, I don't know if y'all have seen this kind of popular thing that's been going on. I know it's very memey. But basically, there's 4 similar items and or things, and one of them has to go. So we'll start with the first one. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello. Yes, TMNT. One has to go. Who's going, Dre?
I'm gonna say Raphael.
Raphael?
Raphael has to go.
Raphael has to go.
Yeah.
The most dynamic one because he's actually angry.
No, I mean, this isn't like, I'm thinking holistically. Leo's got badass katana swords. So if you don't have Leo in there, you don't have turtles with the swords or leader. Michelangelo's staying because he's the best, like hands down. Kick ass. Donatello's the smart one. So, like if he's not there, things fall apart. And I mean, like Raph is cool, like he is hella grumpy, which causes some issues. So like my deciding factor was that in video games, Raphael always sucks because his size can't reach for shit. He's spinning. I don't care if it's Turtles 1, 2, 3, Turtles in Time, Arcade. He just spins his little thing and he has no reach. Donatello's got a long ass stick and he's reaching across half the screen and he's going up and down. And all this. Everyone can kick ass in all the Turtles games. Raphael's always sucked in the video games, so because of that, he's out.
I was not expecting that answer, and I can die happy now. That is all I could say about that answer. That was amazing. I don't know how to follow that up.
Yeah, my bad.
No, that was amazing.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah, I'm kind of lost for words. That's actually really good.
Yeah, Drake murdered right now. Albert.
Yeah,
I think it's a bit controversial for everyone. Freaking Drake. Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Pikachu. One has to go.
One has to. That's easy.
One has to go.
You can't. Everyone can't be Ash, so you gotta start with the basic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pikachu's gone.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Easy. Yeah. I was leaning towards Bulbasaur, right? But I love Bulbasaur, and I always love Squirtle. I would choose Squirtle, and you can't get rid of Charmander, right? So, it was between Bulbasaur and Pikachu. But yeah, you can't split up the starters, so Pikachu would just be the one by default.
But wait, Albert, though. But you realize if you get rid of Pikachu, think about all the weird, like furry porn people who just dress up as Pikachus and do the weird voices and they got the makeup and stuff. And they do whatever they do on their porn sites in the Pikachu costumes. So you're going to lose that? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know what kind of sites you go on to.
Here, I'll share it with you. Hold on. I'll put it on the chat.
We're gonna have a viewing party. Yeah, it was usually with the police officers and the nurses that I would watch. They're always the same, but
yeah, you got to get rid of Pikachu, huh?
Each his
own.
And
then you don't have to deal with all those annoying people going Pika and all that sort of stuff. So
for sure.
Well, what happens if a super hot cosplayer just walked up to you? You want to see Pika? You're not going to want to see your Bulbasaur, right? You definitely want to see a Squirtle.
Oh dear. We're so gonna cancel. All right. I mean, I'm in agreement. I think Pikachu has to go too, for various reasons, but most of them are nerd related. I prefer Ace's logic. Not really. Knox, back to you. Wait, I skipped over Ace. Ace, my guy. Pizza, burger, hamburger. Pizza, hamburger, just includes cheeseburger. Tacos, chicken tenders. One has to go.
Say it one more time.
Pizza, burgers, tacos, chicken tenders.
Pizza. I can't get rid of chicken tenders. I recently have fallen in love with Al Pastor tacos.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I went with tacos and burger. I mean, like, you can do so much with the burger. Pizza is cool, right? But
Albert?
Oh shit, here we go.
All right. You guys haven't had a real authentic taco if your order doesn't come out like this. If your order doesn't come out like that, you ain't at a real taco spot.
Oh, that's true. Okay. He's dropping knowledge right now.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts right there. But yeah, I would definitely let go of pizza.
Damn.
I can't co-sign that one. I think I would let go of the chicken fingers or tenders. Like that could get kind of boring. They have to have a specific sauce, depending whatever sauce is your steez. The sauce is like, by itself, it's kind of, I love chicken, but pizza's pizza. It's amazing. Pizza.
So you wouldn't need a Raising Cane chicken tender?
Oh man.
Right? You want to eat Raising Cane chicken tender?
Oh man, I sat in a Raising Cane line for an hour and a half. See what the hype was, and it was butt. That's what the hype was. It was trash. I mean, it wasn't trash. It was a chicken tender, and it wasn't worth hour and a half. It was worth like 5 minute wait or something. But yeah, burgers. I don't think I could say no to burgers. I think tacos. You can do a lot of different things with tacos. So for me, yeah, it would have to be tenders. Even though like I've been on the tenders kick right now, especially like buffalo sauce. I've been really into like buffalo flavor things right now. But yeah, I think I'd have to axe out the chicken tenders.
Yeah, I second that with Dre. Chicken tenders. You can't go anywhere and get good chicken tenders. So there's specific places. But if it was a chicken wing, I think that would be a harder choice.
Okay, we'll switch it up now. Chicken wing then.
I think wings, I drop pizza.
Wow. Okay. I'm dropping burgers. Yeah.
Whoa, really?
I can't say no to pizza. I can't say no to tacos. And I'm usually a 12-year-old when I order food because I always get tenders and fries everywhere I go. So yeah, man. That's a very hard decision for me as well.
Yeah. There you go, crushing the kids menu, huh?
I mean, you also can't grill, so.
Yeah, you tried to like delete burgers out of existence at Jobert's house, man, by setting the whole.
Hey man, I'm not cooking at the next barbecue, man.
I still have a photo of that charred, crispy, burnt thing that you put in a bun and tried to serve to someone too.
I didn't try
to crack people's tooths.
At barbecue spots, you're called Charizards because you do the burger charred.
Hey, that happened one time. Like 8 years ago. Not even. All right, fair. Guess we all have our preferences. Knox. I don't know if this one will be hard for you, but we'll see. Jackson 5, Boys to Men, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. One has to go.
I mean, it's only hard because two are so easily kept. So, I mean, Jackson 5 are easily kept.
For sure.
Classic group, classic members, and one of the best musicians of all time. Boys to Men, also bringing it. I mean, actually, funny thing, we watched a documentary, me and my fiance, kind of like talking about Boys to Men, and it was showing how NSYNC and Backstreet Boys like kind of just directly kind of stole from them and got a lot of ideas and strategies from them. So in a way, you could say there is no NSYNC or Backstreet Boys without Boys to Men. But keeping Boys to Men because they got some classic bangers, and it's kind of the favorite group, like collective group from me and my fiance. It's kind of like a thing that puts us together. So I got love for them. And I mean, Timberlake, JC Chazé, however you say his name, they got some swag. So I think Backstreet Boys are out of here. I think NSYNC, got some flavor to them. I can fucks with them. So say bye to Backstreet Boys.
Ace.
Well, Dre's correct with Jackson 5. You cannot delete Jackson 5. Boys to Men, come on. Those are classics right there, right? They can have a double disc classic album, and I would, listen to that front and back. Now, surprisingly, I would let go of NSYNC. I think there are more ballads and songs that I like from Backstreet Boys than I do NSYNC. So, I will go with I will definitely go with Backstreet Boys with this one. NSYNC has to go because I love Justin Timberlake, but Backstreet Boys, I want it that way.
Wow. Wow. Albizi.
I'm glad you picked. I'm the last one to go. This is the end of the road.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Jackson 5, for sure. And then Boyz II Men, of course.
Okay.
I do agree with my brother. Backstreet Boys have, I think, more songs that I do like. But since I'm going to go with like people that went solo, and I do like Justin Timberlake. So I'm going to have to go NSYNC and throw Backstreet Boys out.
Okay.
It's tearing up my heart to hear Ace.
Hey.
NSYNC has to go.
All of our picks are justified.
Oh, wow.
God damn it. I hate Albert. I mean, yeah, I'm dropping BSB as well. Like, I liked NSYNC more than I did the Backstreet Boys. But God damn it, Albert.
Also, Justified would be one of my albums I would bring to an island.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I still need to get that on vinyl, by the way.
For all the music heads out there, I follow Timbaland on Instagram. He was one of my favorite musician people back in the day. And him and Timberlake were in the studio recently. So I think Timberlake might be coming out with a new album with the, Timbaland at the helm again. So we'll see how that goes.
I hope, I think they did, but I hope Timberlake and Pharrell kind of smooth things over, because Justified, to me, as much as Timbaland had a lot of good to do with that album, I think Pharrell also had a lot to do with that album as well. And I think that's the reason why that just those two producers, that's all you basically need to make a banging album, Timbaland and Pharrell. If he can get Pharrell and Timbaland to help him on his new album, count me in. I'm there.
Agreed.
I'll be there. Hey,
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Oh dear. Well, let's keep this going, right? We don't want the water to run dry.
Oh my!
All right, I'll stop. Albert. Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Puffs, Captain Crunch. Which one's gone?
Easy, Captain Crunch.
Cereal
never
cutting up your mouth?
Yeah, I honestly never had Captain Crunch, and I always hear stories about it's too sugary or always cutting up your mouth, especially the roof of your mouth.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So that has to go for me.
Question for John though: is it Crunch Berries, Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think I even like the Captain Crunch. I think I just love the Crunch Berries.
You need the superior Captain Crunch, so that has the Crunch Berries.
John went a little Italian on us over there.
Yeah, hit us with this right here.
I'm eating cereal over here.
Gotta have the crunch berries over here.
Hey, with the gabagoo.
I think Albert brought up a good point. I don't know if I'm skipping over Dre, but I'll take over answering second. I was gonna go Cocoa Puffs, and I thought about drinking the milk afterwards, and that was probably one of my favorite things to do after eating Cocoa Puffs.
Oh yeah.
But the Cap'n Crunch milk is also really good, and that's the reason why they have a Cap'n Crunch like ice cream, which is really, really good as well.
And donuts.
Yeah, but thinking about cutting the roof of your mouth now, kind of not worth it, right? So I'm gonna go with my little bro on this one and go Cap'n Crunch. Has to go. No mo.
Hey, Cap'n Crunch, all cap.
Oh man. Yeah.
Albert is on one today. Keep it going.
Are you good with Cap'n Crunch leaving Knox?
Wait, what are the other two again?
Other three are Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Cocoa Puffs.
I think the cutting your mouth is true, and for sure that stuff happened to me. But I think I enjoyed Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries more than I did Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs were cool, but nothing really to write home about. So I would get rid of Cocoa Puffs.
Interesting. I thought we were gonna be, easy as 1, 2, 3 with this decision, but nah, I would get rid of Captain Crunch as well.
Not bad.
Nah, you good, Knox? You good? Frosted Flakes are just a staple. I don't know why.
There's like some other chocolate cereal. I feel like there's a good amount of chocolate cereals, but like
Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, the Cocoa Pebbles.
Reese's Pieces. If people were into that.
So
Count Chocula.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you could get rid of that one and still have some other, chocolatey goodness for your breakfast.
Is that your nickname? Chocolatey goodness?
I mean, it has been. It has been. In some states, I am known as that.
Has anyone ever eaten their cereal with bananas and strawberries in them?
Bananas.
Yeah.
What is retirement home?
Yeah, is it Special K? Is this a Special K blend days?
Like I tried that. Yeah, I tried that one time and I was late for school, so I never did it again. It took so much time to prepare. I was like, dude, I was late for school for this. Come on, man. Now my roof is all cut up and I'm late for class.
Oh man. Alrighty. So we got some variety there. Hey,
hold on. Sorry, your mouth wasn't cut up because of the cereal. It was because you're trying to cut it as you were eating it.
I'm gonna save some time. Cut it in my mouth.
Oh no. All right, Ace. Coke.
Whoa,
Coca-Cola.
Oh, yo,
Coca-Cola.
I was like, I know what
Coca-Cola.
Shit.
Coca-Cola, right?
I'm keeping Coke for sure.
The soda, Coca-Cola, root beer, Dr. Pepper, or Sprite. One has to go.
Bye-bye Coke.
Really?
Bye-bye Coke.
This means all Coke variants leave too. That's cherry Coke, vanilla Coke, orange vanilla Coke. The list goes on with vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla Coke. Coke you get from the guy Miguel down the street. It don't matter. Coke is gone. Coke, peace out. It's all about Dr. Pepper, root beer, and Sprite. We have Mr. Pibb. We have Mr. Pibb or Sprite. Like, no. Dr. Pepper.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How we get
for everyone watching there, we have some of the gente are in our families. People. So, we got connections, It's all love. It's all love. This is like love joking, not negative, never negative.
No.
Oh yeah, never. It's all love. It's all love. We do got the gente behind us. But I'm surprised, I'm surprised. What about you, Albert?
Yeah, shook. Even though I was on a Dr. Pepper kick for like a month or two when I was a kid, Coke, root beer, and I mean those two are classics, and then Sprite, all good. So Dr. Pepper has to go.
Mr. Knox.
Yeah, agree with Albert. Coke is just such a classic flavor. Sometimes there's something nothing is quite as good as like a super ice cold Coca-Cola. So I'm gonna go with that. It's weird because I do love Dr. Pepper and like cherry flavored things, but if you're just kind of getting rid of something like forever, I feel like Sprite can't go because it's like the clear alternative. You got Coke, and then root beer is so different. Like Dr. Pepper and Coke are kind of similar, so I feel like it's up to those two. Root beer is such a different vibe that I think that's a nice pivot to have if you need like to switch it up.
Pivot.
Pop it. So yeah, I'm gonna say bye to Dr. Pepper. Fortunately.
I think that was easy. Dr. Pepper for me.
Man, y'all a bunch of suckers, man.
Hey man, I don't know if y'all realize, but there a few years back, Dr. Pepper changed its formula, and I don't know what they did to it, but it has not been the same for me. Mm-hmm. So, and root beer will always be my second favorite soda behind vanilla Coke. So, because I like that vanilla flavor. So, yeah. And then as Dre,
man, John's been hanging with some Italians lately.
I'm gonna do the open hand now. As Dre mentioned, Sprite is a clear alternative.
Hey, who are you, Mr. Mime? Yeah, chill out.
So, honk.
So Dre, it's your turn next. I feel like this one could be hard. Snickers, Twix, M&M's, Reese's. One has to go.
All right. Well, first off, Twix I think might be the best candy bar of all time. So that's saved. You're good there, Twix. Snickers was great. It's a great Halloween candy, like when it comes in little small pieces. It's got the caramel or nougat, it's got the peanuts and all that stuff. It's just got the great blend of anything that you could ever want in a candy. So I'm gonna go with that. What you said, M&Ms or Reese's?
Reese's.
Is it plain M&Ms or peanut M&Ms?
Whichever one.
All variants.
It's
brother.
all of them.
All variants.
All variants,
you
baby.
Peanut,
all the low.
You get peanut M&Ms in there, so
all the multiverses.
All the multiverse M&Ms. The brownies, the crunch, all Dems.
Raisins.
This is a.
Still talking about M&Ms.
I think I'm gonna get rid of. Ooh, you know what?
Don't do it, Jay. Don't do it.
That's tough. No, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of Reese's. I wanted to do Reese's, but M&Ms are so like the ease of access. You know what I mean? It's a very portable snack. You can travel with it. You can get a handful and shake it, and pop them in.
Ooh, let's see it. Eat it again, Dre. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh.
Pop them. So because of all of that,
I think more milk on this beard, man.
I'm gonna M&Ms for their versatility. You know, I'd probably rather just right now have a Reese's, but you open it up and it pulls apart from the paper and stuff, and then it melts, and then it's melt in your mouth, never in your hand. Also one of my nicknames, but hey, whoa, chill.
Chill.
Wow. Oh my God. All right. Hey, good luck following that up, Ace.
Oh, I mean, it's easy. Dre said at the end, Reese's Pieces, there's too much action for you to eat it. You know, Twix, you just pop it open, eat. Snickers, you pop it open, you eat. M&Ms, whichever one. Pretzels, caramel, peanut, plain. Pop it open and eat. If you eat a Reese's Pieces and you open it up and eat, you're gonna have some paper in your poo-poo. You know what I mean? You better. You're talking about that one that comes in a 2, right? It's not those little miniature ones, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take away that paper. That paper's gonna be in your caca.
I mean, what about the Reese's eggs are gone too?
Man, I ain't never had no Reese's eggs, man. I'm a grown ass man, man.
Come on, man.
I ain't no hunting for no Reese's eggs, man.
Come on, man. Those Reese's eggs were fire. Every Easter, I look forward to eating a few.
The one thing that was kind of hard for me to decide was those miniature Reese's cups. So now that one was really hard for me to kind of like let go. But that one, yeah, if that catches a little heat, that melts instantly. So it's just through, easiness to eat. So Reese's Pieces has too much stuff to do in order for my fat ass to eat. So Reese's has to go. Although I do enjoy Reese's as a kid.
Wow. You're talking about the show.
Both. That one and whenever
the activity.
Yeah.
Fucking ace. Albert, what about you?
I like to work a little bit for my treat, so I don't
mind. Okay. He puts on Boys to Men. He puts on Boys to Men, and then starts.
A little foreplay doesn't hurt. A little chocolate.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh, end up right now.
That being said, I think I gotta let go Twix. Yeah.
Whoa, that hurt, bro.
Twix,
it just has too much caramel for me.
That would hurt.
Snickers does have caramel, but it gets balanced with the peanut and the nougat with the chocolate, of course. So I'm gonna have to let go of Twix. All right, guys. So this was my last episode. Where, of course, four of us. One of us have to go. I guess that's me.
Wow. I mean,
hey, he stands by his decision. So good for him. But I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm flabbergasted.
Shit. I mean, sometimes you got to race. Fudge. I don't even want to reply after that one. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll move on to the next one.
On to the next one.
Ace. Soul food.
Ooh.
Seafood.
Ooh.
Barbecue, American barbecue, or dessert. One has to go.
When you say seafood, is it just like that boiling crab, or is it one of those?
Seafood, playa. All seafood. Sushi, grilled, sauteed, all of them. Fried. It don't matter.
I cannot get rid of soul food. I cannot
barbecue
get rid of
shrimp fillet, shrimp scampi,
shrimp garlic shrimp.
Shrimp gumbo.
I'm gonna have to go with peace out dessert. I'm going American barbecue, soul food, seafood. We going to the bank. Dessert, I'll see you later.
Wow. The Embrador boys really shaking things up.
Man.
Really, really shaking things up.
I thought out of all of those, dessert was the safe one. Damn. What about you, Knox?
That's easy for me. I'd say buy the seafood. As a kid, I hated it. I couldn't do seafood, and I've kind of grown to be able to like it, but I still don't like a lot of fishy things. So I stick to like shrimp, salmon, maybe mahi, stuff like that. But yeah, I've never really been big into seafood, so that one's an easy buy. I'm happy to wave goodbye to that.
Have you ever had like oysters, Dre? Like you've never had like raw oysters?
Yeah, like I've had them. I have them now. But like when we're at the dinner and if there's oysters at the table, like people are like loving it, and I'm just eating it just to like partake to eat. But I'm not like, oh wow, this is so pleasurable for me,
Man, the girlie took me to this little oyster bar up in the bay. Hella good oysters. That was the thing that kind of stuck in my head. Was like, man, that one spot that the girlie took me to was just 22 good, and I can't say bye to that one. So that's why I had to say bye to cake and pie and ice cream and all that stuff, because the oysters was 22 good.
Albert,
because you're gonna be eating that cake and pie some other time.
I got a different dessert, if you know what I mean.
Shout out to Anna.
I definitely need a palate cleanser, so dessert stays in there. I think I'm gonna get rid of seafood as well. Although I do like like the boiling crab and everything, but I don't know. I definitely not my go-to.
I think we can all agree soul food is fire. And that shit ain't going anywhere.
Is gumbo considered soul food or seafood?
Hell yeah.
Both.
Both is?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Come on, man. Come on.
Man, I can't get rid of gumbo.
Come on, man.
That's 22 good too.
Hey, both.
Yeah. Both them.
Hey, so what Ace is saying is that after this, we all can go to a boba spot, get a boba milk tea, and Ace will just chill at the crib.
Right, cool. Chill at the crib with some oysters.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow, we have some boba.
I'll be shucking some oysters, man.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
It's cracking them open, but
You never been shucking with the boys?
You're up, Albert.
All right, what's good?
Ketchup, sriracha, barbecue sauce, ranch. One has to go.
Easy,
yeah, ranch.
Ooh, hey, same.
Sriracha.
Ooh, Dre.
I'm not a spicy person. That's why.
Yeah, sriracha has to go. The others are staples. I think sriracha is very specific, but the hot sauce is like has its place. I know some people can't eat any food without hot sauce on it.
Right.
The palate's like, beyond repair or something.
Gotta activate it.
But yeah, I would. Ranch is too good, chicken tenders. If we're keeping them, you gotta have them for that. And fries. Ketchup's too good for fries, burgers, hot dogs.
The glizzy
and barbecue sauce is barbecue sauce. So
barbecue sauce.
I didn't put buffalo sauce for a reason because that shit will never go anywhere. I will fight people. But I'm gonna agree with Albert, man. Ranch is gone.
What? Crazy though.
Ranch is gone, man. Yes, that's an easy clap on that. Let's chalk it up.
That's different.
I never want no white sauce in my mouth, man.
All right.
I'll put an extra mayo on your burger next week at the barbecue you watch.
We're gonna go to Knox for this one. This one might be difficult. I don't know, man. Let's see. Biggie, Tupac, Kanye, Jay-Z. One has to go.
For me, it'd be Jay-Z. Jay-Z's cool. He's cool and all, but like there aren't a whole lot of verses where like I feel like wow, like I mean, yeah, like he might have like clever wordplay, but not like anything like really like substantial, like something that like sticks with me, you know what I mean? Or like I like if I play that song, like it'll like make me really think or contemplate things. And you know, maybe it's just because yeah, like I didn't get too deep into his albums when he was doing like all like the White Album, the Black Album, and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, I respect him, of course, but Tupac and Biggie, definitely like legends. And Kanye's been so versatile over the years. I have some of my issues with Kanye now, but I can't deny his music over the years and the way it's changed. And not really changed for the sake of changing, but changed because, you know, it genuinely seems like he's a different person at that time or a different headspace or wants to try different creative things. So I'd probably have to definitely keep Kanye. So yeah, I'd say about a Jay-Z.
Ace.
It was kind of a hard one, right? I have to keep Kanye just because I think he's a genius and I think he's changed music just in general, right? I have to keep Jay-Z. He's my favorite rapper. Now it's between the two legends, right? Who do you give up? And I have to give up on Biggie only because he doesn't have a lot of catalog. His catalog is not big. And re-listening to Tupac, I think I like his message more. And it's one of those weird things that we didn't really appreciate what he said when he was alive. And we kind of look back into his music, you know, after he was gone. And he was actually very inspirational and he was really for the people. And imagine if that was still around, you know. So as much as I enjoy and love Biggie, and I think he is one of the legends, due to the fact that he doesn't have a wide catalog, I can't run with him on this one. So I'm gonna have to let go of Biggie.
We're gonna lose a lot of viewers after this for sure. Albert.
Hey man, that's no Biggie right there. I don't care.
Yeah, this is tough. This is definitely a tough one. I definitely have to keep Biggie and Tupac. And then a part of me that says, you know, real hip hop wants to keep Jay-Z. And then another part of me, like the hype beast and the transcending of music, wants to keep Kanye. But man, yeah, like Jay-Z is like, I guess, like considered royalty now. But you know, we not in the royal times, so I'm gonna have to go with Kanye.
So you're dropping Jay?
I'm dropping Jay.
No way.
Like, what do you bang? Like, what J tracks? If it's like you're trying to get crazy, amped or hype, like, which J tracks are you bumping? Just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, he's cool and like I respect him, but like the other guys, like there can be some like bangers or things that you put on that just like really take you to this place. I mean, maybe just, you know, people have the Jay-Z tracks and, you know, they got to write it in the comments or send me a note or something. So I'll check them out. But for me, like I've always just been like, all right, it's cool. You know, I mean, maybe back in like the Foxy Brown days, they had a couple bangers, but
yeah, I'm gonna say Foxy Brown that cannot, you know, I can't, you know, really say what.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that track
like the one I got.
Yeah, that one. I mean, that one, like I love that track. That's an amazing record.
We got Big Pimpin' produced by your boy Timbaland.
True, but it's like it's very surface level stuff he's talking about, right? I think he even came out with something like he was quoted saying like he can't believe he like even made that track now. He's kind of embarrassed by it. And then I think Timbaland kind of got in trouble because he stole that beat from like stuff. So I mean, it's all
And so that track is tainted. Why would you even say that?
I will say this: if you guys haven't listened to his first album, Reasonable Doubt, that's such a great album.
Yeah,
like I front to back, such a great album. I will say, he does kind of like disappear a little bit, in my opinion. He's still my favorite rapper. You know, when he does the In My Lifetime Volume 1, 2, and 3. From that point of, like I really can't really like pick out bangers or like, oh, that album was good. I think that was like his kind of like chill album. But after that, like Black Album, when he went after Nas, and it was just he I felt like he just elevated even more after that. So yeah, I mean, I love Jay-Z. Jay, if you're listening, man, I love you, bro. Sean Carter, I love you.
Yeah, I'm dropping Jay.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah. Next one, Albert, for you, my God.
We're definitely not getting invited to the Rock Nation brunch.
God, he hates me. I know. I'm sorry, Jay. It's all love, baby. Albert, Gal Gadot, Scarlett Johansson, Anya Taylor-Joy, Florence Pugh.
Who's the last two?
Yeah, who's
Anya Taylor-Joy is
Pugh?
Lawrence Pugh. I'm sorry, I shouldn't joke about her name. Lawrence Pugh is Yelena Belova from Black Widow. She's also the girl from Fighting With My Family. Anya Taylor-Joy is Magic from The New Mutants. She is the girl who stars in The Queen's Gambit, and she is also from The Witch. Scarlett Johansson is Black Widow, and Gal Gadot is
easy. Queen's Gambit gotta go. Checkmate.
Wait, like you're talking about for like the actors for their.
Oh yeah, what are we talking about as far as like attractiveness, or are you talking about the movies they're in, or like?
Yeah.
Well.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you good. Whatever you want is subjective. So if you want to drop her because like you think the other ones are fire looking, or whatever.
All of our answers would be different then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe.
Yeah, we need to know the grading scale that we're.
Because I don't really know. Pure.
Sorry, I should have joked about that. Lawrence Pugh. Okay, that's fair.
Who's Lawrence Pugh again?
Florence.
She's Yelena Florence. She's Yelena Belova from Black Widow.
So why are you yelling?
Florence Pugh.
All right, fine. We're gonna change this up.
Yeah, go on to the next one, bro.
We're gonna change this up, man. Y'all hate me. Albert, dicks, coffee, tea, slushies, milkshakes.
Ooh, easy.
Yeah, I'm a coffee addict, so that's
coffee.
That's staying.
Okay.
Tea, I gotta keep tea because when you're sick you gotta drink tea, right? And it's slushy or milkshake. Milkshake, classic. You gotta drink that on a hot summer day. Drink it on the side with a good old burger. So slushy gotta go, bro.
So did the milkshake bring you to the yard?
Your milkshake bring you to the yard.
All right, so slushy gotta go. What about you, Ace?
I don't know, man, because coffee, yes, staying no matter what, right? Milkshake, staying no matter what, right?
Whoa. Hold on.
Tea includes boba, by the way. Tea includes milk tea.
Okay.
For someone that is dropping dessert,
that's true.
Your second choice is kind of high. Your milkshake kind of high up there.
What, man? The choices I got here is milkshake, tea, slushy, and coffee.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a little sus, bro.
It's a drink. That's why I'm taking it as a drink, man.
You over here acting like a little sussy little baka.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Everyone goes, "Oh, I like I like chamomile tea. I like Earl Grey tea. It just tastes like hot water to me sometimes, and I try to like act like I know what I'm drinking, but I don't know what I'm drinking. But slushies to me, they kind of lose flavor halfway.
You know why, right? You be deep throwing them, man. Sucking all the flavor out before it melts.
before the preview's even done, I'm done with my
Come on, man.
I'm gonna have to let go. See, John switched it up. Yeah, if I didn't know tea was boba tea, but slushy man has to bounce, man. Slushy has to bounce. Even though on a hot summer day, slushy's becoming in clutch. But I just have to let go of slushy right now, man.
Knox.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with everyone else. Slushy can go. I mean, coffee's obviously staying. God's nectar. Tea is good. I've like acquired a taste for tea, but I'm saving it with the foresight of like when I'm old and I'm gonna be just like an old grumpy man. I'm gonna be sipping on teas and I can't move because my joints are arthritis. I'm gonna be a tea fiend in my old years. So I'm storing my teas away. But I mean, even now, like I'll occasionally drink some like tea.
Hey, when you old, you better not say tea fiend and not teen fiend.
Hey, didn't we cop a lot of tea from CPK? We used to cop a hell of tea from CPK, man. Yeah, shout out to CPK for giving us some free tea, man.
Boxes of Tazos in the crib.
Yeah, appreciate the Tazo tea, CPK.
But yeah, 100%. And then milkshakes, I feel like those require a lot more skill and artistry to make. You can make some really cool milkshakes at some restaurants, but slushies kind of always a slushie. So I'd have to say buy a slushie.
Yeah, I mean, who wants ice with artificial flavoring?
Right. You can have ice cream and things blended together.
Slushy for sure. Ace. We don't have time for too many more, so let's see how many more we can get done. Ace.
Yes.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Martin. Seinfeld. Friends. One has to go.
Man, this is 22 hard, man, because I know it's going to be weird, but I can't let go of Seinfeld. I can't let go of Friends, which is probably weird for y'all. And it has to be between Fresh Prince and Martin. I'm going to have to say Martin. They didn't give it a proper farewell, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't give it a series finale.
Yeah, they ended early because Martin was acting up.
So I'm going to have to get the step in to Martin.
Wow. Good reference. Dre.
That was easy. Friends. I watched the whole thing on Netflix and I chuckled a good amount of times. I laughed out loud once, maybe twice. That's it for a whole series. Just didn't find it that funny. So, Friends. Uh-oh.
I don't know if John is tipsy or.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Like I slowed up too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad. Albert, sorry.
That was the power of Friends slowing it down. Y'all was talking smack on Friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the stream down, huh?
Yeah. I think everyone could reference this to our 90s episode or sitcom episode, but for me, I think easily it's gonna be Martin that has to go.
Martin. Although Martin is still one of my favorite shows, was really, really tough. As tough as Twix, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, and Snickers. But yeah, Martin has to go on for
I'm dropping Friends.
Good man.
Let's go. All right, I think we have time for a couple more. Let's see. Dre. Damn, this is a tough one, Dre. Samuel L. Jackson, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, or Eddie Murphy?
Is this attractive again or movies? What do we do?
We could say their acting career. We could say their acting career.
Okay.
One of them has to go. One of those actors.
I mean, Eddie Murphy's had some bangers. Denzel has to go.
Has to go. So they, no acting career. I mean, of course everyone's gonna say, well, without Eddie Murphy, can't have all these other guys. Like,
right.
Okay, I get it. But one has to go.
So Will Smith, Eddie Murphy, Denzel, and who's
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. I mean, man, Sam is just no, you got to keep Sam Jackson. All right. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to let go of Eddie Murphy. Because I mean, Will Smith is just a great guy. He's like, his collection ranges, from a lot of like funny, heartfelt things to some good action movies, Independence Day, Enemy of the State, you know what I mean? So he's got some cool versatility there. Denzel Washington is just kind of a legend, right?
Don't you dare say anything bad about Denzel.
Not gonna say anything, no, he's a national treasure, especially, Black folk, we protect our Denzel. It could be argued that there aren't as many Denzel films that like you'd want to like continually watch as some others. I mean, maybe because a lot of times he does like more deeper, harder hitting stuff characters, right?
Sure.
But the essence of what Denzel is and what he's done for everything, you have to keep him. And I mean, no, he has great films, but I've probably watched Independence Day a lot more times than I've watched like Man on Fire or what is it, John Q, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Training Day.
I mean, Training, yeah, but I've watched like that way more than Training. Like watch Training Day maybe like 4 times. After a while, you can
in one day. That's it.
You've kind of gotten everything that you can get from Training Day. You know what I mean?
How many more how much training do you need?
Hey, Denzel can train me all day, baby.
You think you can do this to me?
And then Samuel Jackson is just, and then I was gonna say him because like he really is not the actual lead, and like he doesn't really carry films by himself,
right.
But he is like probably the best side character, supporting character of all time, right? And his lines are classic, his character's classic. So you have to keep Sam Jackson. So
I mean, he put the lead on Snakes on a Plane.
That's true. I mean, or were the snakes the lead? But
and yeah. Wasn't he the lead? No, he wasn't the lead on Mississippi Burning, was he? Is he the one? And he deserved to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Oh, that's
yeah.
No, what was that one? That one was not like that. Oh, like it was like a Time to Kill or a Necessary Time to Kill or something like that.
He wasn't. Was he the lead in that one, or was he just supporting?
It was like co-leads. It was like him and probably Matthew McConaughey, or whoever the lawyer was, because back then, they didn't really have Black folks leading films. They're always a side character.
All right.
But I mean, stuff. Eddie Murphy's great. You got, you did give me a tough one, so that's probably one who I'd have to let go. Yeah.
Wait, you letting go, Sam?
Murphy.
No, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah, then that's Coming to America, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Yeah, John really messed me up with this one, but. Do I let go of Denzel Washington? Do I come?
What?
No, you can't let go of Denzel. You can't.
Don't dare do it.
But I'm just saying,
Denzel, man. You
like,
can't go with Denzel.
The other actors have like movies that you will put on more time, maybe because it's like more lighthearted stuff, and Denzel's like harder stuff. So it's like I'm not gonna just like, ooh, let's go watch Glory right now. You know what I mean? I put it on all the time.
That's right. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes things get emotional and stuff. So, but yeah, you have to have it because he's a legend. So damn, but Coming to America, like I really love that movie. So I'm struggling, but I'll let other people answer. I said Eddie Murphy, I'll stick with it. and I'll just be sad now.
Ouch.
Albert.
Damn, yeah. I thought it was an easy answer. I was gonna go with Eddie Murphy, but now that you mentioned, I totally forgot about Coming to America. Because
and Donkey from Shrek.
True.
Yeah, true. Because I was thinking, man, like out of all these movies, I could only remember Beverly Hills Cop for Eddie Murphy.
Right. Yeah, that's like one of those. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, Sam was also in Coming to America. Yeah, a little cameo. That was the first. That was, I think, first time I seen Sam.
Yeah. Likewise.
So yeah, that's tough. Up on the chopping block for me is either Will Smith or Eddie Murphy. But with Will Smith being like 7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness, Independence Day, I think he has more over Eddie Murphy. So I'm gonna go with Dre and drop Eddie Murphy.
Y'all crazy? Coming to America, y'all really willing to give that up? Just that alone saves Eddie Murphy.
I know. Yeah, I mean, like
that alone.
Hey, man, I hear you.
Who you dropping, Ace?
Yeah, coming to America did not.
Yeah, basically takes them off the.
Yeah,
it's like Dre said it best. Like, you know, Samuel L. Jackson doesn't have a leading role. There's no Samuel L. Jackson, like, you know, movie that when you say, hey, what's your favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie? It's usually him co-starring or having a cameo or having a funny saying in it, right?
Right.
Will Smith, just his range from Hitch, 7 Pounds, Pursuit to Independence Day. I am. So we can't let go of Will Smith, even though he's the young buck in this one, right?
Right.
And Ali, he was good in Ali.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Yeah, in Ali, right? I'm not gonna let go of Denzel. Remember the Titans. I can't let go of that one. So
yeah, that's true. True.
It was just an easy one because Sam, as much as Samuel is an icon, he's not. I can't name a favorite movie that Samuel's in. That's Samuel. I'll pick a movie that Samuel's in because he dies in it, like when he gets eaten by that big shark, or he's looking all crazy and, you know, Black Snake Moan, or
what about Pulp Fiction? I mean, it's such like a multi-cast. He kind of, I mean, his parts really cement the film and make it sets it like above. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's a good one, but I can't. It's one of those things. Would I give up Coming to America for Pulp Fiction? I'm keeping Coming to America.
What about Shaft?
I'm keeping Coming to America. Shaft.
He's Shaft.
And Beverly Hills Cop to me is like, it's still a good movie. And Delirious and is it Raw?
There's Raw and Delirious. Yeah,
those are considered movies too, right? Or just to stand
I mean, yeah,
up?
they call bulk of work, I guess.
But man, those two, I rewatched those stand-ups, man. Those were really, really good. And my leather red outfits coming in. So
hey, there you go.
But no, I have to let go of Samuel just because of the work the other three has put in. Even though Samuel has put in work.
Yeah, wait. Is he like the most, or he hasn't earned the most of any actor, but hasn't he appeared in the films that have like acquired the most money? Like
he's Nick Fury. He's Nick Fury. He's been in all of the Marvel stuff, basically.
Yeah, so that
he was in Jurassic Park, so Ace needs to hold on to his.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He you know,
he's but like you could have, not being weird, but you could have replaced him. You can't replace Eddie off of Coming to America, or, you know, Denzel from Remember the Titans, or
that's true.
Will Smith from Hitch.
True, that's true.
You're not. That's why I would drop Eddie personally. I mean, Dre introduced me to so many great like Samuel L. Jackson movies, even if he wasn't the lead. But what about like The Great White Hype?
Oh yeah.
Samuel, you know, like
yeah, he's one of them.
Sure, I feel like he picks movies just for fun, like for fun stuff. I don't know if y'all remember like 187. I believe he was in Along Came a Spider.
Kind of the
Brown.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about Along Came a Spider. He's a Jedi, for crying out loud.
He's a Jedi. for like Tarantino's like, you know, one of the kind of most prolific directors, right? And his writing is very much like poetry, like a poetry style. Like his dialogue it has a rhythm and cadence to it that's just his own. And it really feels like, I don't know if Samuel inspired Tarantino, if Tarantino inspired Sam Jackson, but when those two work together and they work together so much, like if Sam is his muse, like the dialogue just comes out of Sam Jackson's mouth from Tarantino in such a way that's like very, very, very like special.
Yeah, that's very, very
that's
true.
Probably why he uses them in so many movies. Just like the way he reads Tarantino like delivered like lines, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so you can't give him the Shaft.
You gotta give him the super suit, Ace. Where's my super suit?
Yeah, there you go.
And
well, that's fine, but I mean, you know, to each his own though. But yeah, that's
I'm letting go of Samuel Jackson. I hope he burns in hell.
The last thing I would say with Samuel Jackson, I'm a match your Remember the Titans with Coach Carter.
Oh my gosh, Coach Carter, brother,
bro, Remember the Titans versus Coach Carter versus Remember the Titans. Are you serious?
Wait, what was what's his name? Denzel's name in Remember the Titans. Do you remember?
Denzel.
Yeah, the coach. Yeah.
Boone, right? Wasn't it?
Coach what?
Coach Boone.
Boone?
Right? Was it Boone, right? Because I think one of the
Coach Boone, Boon.
E, right?
If it is, then you know you keep him for John. Now we have to switch on John. Boone, Coach Carter, or Coach Lasso? John, put it on you for the last one.
One has to go?
Yeah, which coach are you getting rid of?
Am I trying to win a game or am I trying to develop young men?
No, well, hey,
no, because like a good coach is also a good mentor, right? So
you have digital film. I don't know if you're going to be developing film anymore. So I don't know what you're talking about developing.
Oh my gosh, because you know, like those are all coaches for teams, specifically in men's sports. You have high school football, high school basketball, and then Lasso does college football and English Premier League, but he still kind of deals with a bunch of, man-childs, if you will. At least that's how the show portrays them. If I had to pick one to go, I'm probably, oh dear, that's a tough one. Why do I only get three? Why can't I have a fourth?
Is there another? Because any fourth coach, you're probably just going to say that one.
Probably. Probably.
Okay, or a real life coach, Popovich.
Oh, I'm dropping Popovich just straight up. Come on, man. I've always go with the movie guys. No, from those three, that's a really tough one, Knox. I'm gonna have to drop Coach Boone, Denzel Washington, just because I'm not a football guy. And you can argue that Lasso's a football guy, but he goes into the Premier League, and I watch more. You know, I grew up playing soccer and basketball. Like I tried to play football and I died. So yeah,
football.
Yeah, I bet you if you played football with Coach Boone coaching you,
that's
possible.
Just the element you need.
It's possible.
The real sunshine.
That element X for to match my sugar, spice, and everything nice. Yeah. See what I did there? Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. Speaking of which, because Coach Carter, whatever happened to MTV Movie Studios? Because I feel like they've made so many great movies. Like Coach Carter, Freedom Riders.
I think they focused on
Save the Last Dance.
Like the real world and
reality TV shows now.
Like reality TV show. I think they focused on that more because MTV to me was music videos. Understandable, like you're talking about movies.
Yeah.
They went away from that and they went to like reality shows because I guess it's more interesting.
Did they do like Road Trip and in some of those wacky
Road
things?
Rules.
Right? Anything with Tom Green, probably.
Oh.
Did they do Road Trip? Or like Accepted? I feel like they had a couple of. Oh wait,
I think.
Did they have Van Wilder or no? Probably Van.
No, that was National Lampoon.
Yeah.
National Lampoon.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that movie studio came out with a lot of good hits.
I mean, they're kind of making those like movies now, like the production levels on their reality TV shows, you know, and it's supposed to be reality, but it's all scripted. So I don't know if you guys watch Siesta Keys, but that's a banger on MTV. Check that one out.
I low key watch. I'm watching the challenge. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Those are still going on. They've been going on forever.
Not gonna lie to you, the challenge is pretty interesting though. So yeah. So.
Oh, did you guys see? They're bringing back Cribs, MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're bringing that back.
So they really ran out of ideas.
Yo, I heard from like one of the producers that like if one of the artists they ask like don't even have a house or like not finished being built, they'll just rent a random house and like, yo, just give it to her this.
So if they're bringing back MTV Cribs, when are they gonna start pimping my ride? Right. That's the real show right there.
So I heard that put everyone in debt. All the people that got their ride pimped out ended up paying more than like insurance and all these fees, and it ended up costing them all money. It was like some big scam.
Damn, that's
I believe it.
I think Exhibit was talking about it. Like he saw like it actually ruined some people's lives.
Yeah,
I believe it because how were those cars not like immediately stolen?
Yeah,
and how are they even drivable? Because they're like, all right, we pimped your ride, and there's a bathtub in the back. I'm like, what? I don't.
Yeah, they got a fish tank.
What do I need a bathtub in the back?
Well, I mean, because they're homeless after paying all that insurance.
And we're gonna put a PlayStation. Bitch, where's a PS5?
A PlayStation. It's 2021. X, come on, man.
This is all we could afford.
X to the Z Exhibit. This is what we got. I'm like, yo, man, your herpes is popping up again. You get another flare, X. You better call it a day, X.
Oh man. And on that note, I think we're gonna end it here. I had a couple more of those, but we'll save it for another time. Overall, though, I hope y'all had some fun just talking about some nonsense and making a lot of enemies on the interwebs.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do.
But all right, y'all. Just a heads up, we may take a couple weeks off, but we'll be back as soon as we can.
Oh, is this the first season finale?
We'll call this the first season finale. God damn it, Albert. But yeah, hope y'all had a lot of fun on season 1, and we'll be back with SoyCast in a little bit. Damn. I don't know what Albert's doing, but he's throwing up gang signs. I do not condone violence, Albert.
Gang.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.
Stoops.